goes, and they forget agriculture.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. Good morning to you, Brother Chester Bandy David. Let us pray.
Good morning to you, Dre, and the listeners of Will FM. Eternal Father in heaven, we approach your throne this morning to give you praise and to say thank you for yet another day that you have blessed us with. Lord, we thank you this morning because, God, you are sovereign. We thank you, God, because you are God and there is none like you. We thank you, God, for the night watch. We thank you for your protection. God, we thank you for Real FM, that we can able to come morning after morning and cry out to you, and you hear our voice, Lord. This morning we bring the agricultural program into your hands this morning. We thank you for a program like this, Lord. We pray for all the facilitators this morning. We thank you for Mr. Donald. God, as he able to direct this program this morning, pray that you grant him the wisdom, the understanding. And Father, we as a nation, as a people, would understand the importance, oh God, of agriculture in our nation. Those of old who has passed on, God, they had laid the legacy and the foundation that we can follow. This morning, God, we thank you for the food that you have blessed us with in this beautiful land of Grenada. And even as we go forward this morning, Father, I think about, God, those who may not have something to eat this morning, but you are Jehovah Jireh. I pray that there will be a neighbor this morning who will be supportive to our other neighbor this morning. Father, we give you praise this morning because, oh God, without you we are nothing. We thank you this morning that we can lift up holy hands to you. Oh God, everything revolves around you, God. Be the center, Lord. And as we journey throughout this day, Lord, we ask for your guidance and your protection, Lord. I think about some family this morning that are bereaved. Comfort this morning. Somebody who is not well in body. Oh God, great physician, be there for them this morning. Be it in the hospital or be it at home. We pray for the doctors, the nurses, oh, the cleaners. Oh God, we pray for this beautiful land that you have blessed us, Lord. Oh God, we give you honor, we give you praise this morning. Oh God, this morning I pray, God, that your will be done in our lives. Oh God, somebody this morning don't know you as the Lord and Savior. They may come to the consciousness and recognize without you, God, their life would be aimless. Oh God, you is calling day by day. I pray that we'll be ready for, oh God, your appearing, God. Oh God, we see day by day Babylon is falling. Help us to prepare ourselves because you will be our soon coming King. So Father, this morning, lead and direct this entire program this morning. We thank you for Mr. Donald. And God, we thank you for the strength that you have given to him. Oh God, I pray for his finger this morning. Oh God, that your healing power, oh God, will heal it, Lord, in a very special way. So Father, have your way this morning. We give you praise. We bless your name this morning. Oh God, we bring all the workers of Freely FM this morning. Oh God, I think about Dugo and all the others, Maxine. Oh God, Igwe and all, every single person that play a role in this radio station. Continue to bless and keep them, Lord. God, and at the end, all the glory, all the honor, all the praise belongs to you. God, watch us over us through this day today, God, and your name will be glorified. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen and amen.
Amen and good morning, Chester David.
Morning, sir.
How are you, my brother?
Well, you know, I rise up strong.
Well, that's good news.
Big
Boy, that
appetite.
finger giving real problems.
I know, and especially, you know, I just say it burn.
Yeah.
I could imagine you have to come every day to that work.
Well, it's not only that, is every morning I have to put gloves in my hands so I could have a shower and stuff like that. I visited the doctor yesterday and she inspected it, and she said to me that she was pretty happy, and being the fact that I am diabetic, she was happy it was not infected.
Amen.
Yeah, so I'm coping, but it's paining a lot, man. It's really, really painful. I measure the time in terms of taking a painkiller. I sort of don't want to take it too regular, so I push it to the extent. I didn't take one not until about sometime after 11 last night. I couldn't bear the pain anymore, so I took one then. So I'll probably take one maybe about 5 o'clock this afternoon. I hope I can bear the pain till then.
But I hope you feel much better, man.
Yeah, man, don't worry, everything will be okay. The voice is there. Just remember that.
Yeah. Blessings, man.
All right, one love, Bandy. Take care.
Give thanks.
Blessings, one love. It is real. It is 91. Good morning, Grenada. Yeah, what's up? How you guys doing? It's a Thursday morning. It's a kind of like different Thursday morning, yeah. Oh, by the way, did we tell you that two of our workers, namely Nabila and Kira, they are off to China. I don't know if I did tell you, or no, I don't know if they did. I don't think they told you, but they're both off to China. Kira left on Sunday, and Nabila left on Tuesday. Yeah. So they both should be in China now. I don't know if they're going the same place. They could be in Beijing, but not necessarily close to each other based on what they're going to do. So wish them all the best. And here's hoping that they will return safe and sound. Straight into the arms of Real FM Radio. Good morning, friends. Hey, it's nice to be with you for yet another day. You better believe that. Stay with us. We're going to take a break and be right back.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for different and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's the Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
From when we used to carry it, we used to carry it.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brong Street, Grenville.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You only do with a clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture? Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put legal without clothes and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you read them computers. Lord, Lord, Lord. All over the world you go, agriculture is number one. The soil is so rich and pure, but the youths cannot understand. Well, all the education you have, man, you still can ignore the soil. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man, everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Tell you just now, my brothers, all you read them computers.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. 19 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. My name is Andre Donald. Stay with us.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan.
It is real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Andre Charles.
Good morning to you, and good morning to listeners of Real FM. And here's the report today, Thursday, the 20th of March, 2025. Currently, the weather is fair and hazy. Winds are from the east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1015.3 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature 27.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 81%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 30.3 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 26.8 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, no rainfall was recorded. Hence, the total for the month remains at 6.6 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast, valid for today and tonight. Today we expect sunshiny, fair and hazy conditions. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high at 7:30 a.m., low at 2 p.m., and high at 8:30 p.m. Sunset today at 6:18, rises more at 6:10. Just a repeat of the forecast, valid for today and tonight. Generally fair and hazy, maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, reporting from the office. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlo. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, same to you.
Okay, good. It's real. It's 91. Good morning. As my nephew would say, good morning, Vietnam. Cynthia's in Bartholomew. Top of the morning to you. Glad to know you're in Carriacou. What happened to Baltimore? You in Gomaka. Christine Otley, good morning to Anne-Marie Celestine Grant.
Oh yes.
Shemaine Ragbaston and Gemma James.
The number one.
Jocelyn Francois and Steve Kreff, good morning.
Why you disown agriculture?
Gemma Warwood, what's up? What's taking place? And to Jerome Kenneth Lewis, good morning to you. Faith Linda Halley Girl Douglas and Theresa Joseph. Top morning to Christine Alexander. Jackie, my girl Raymond. Cicely Celestine. Yvonne Roberts, good morning to you. Andrea Burke. Top of the morning to my good brother, that's you, Adrian Watts.
No, the old thing flap, why? Everybody wants.
Shirley Scared, how you doing this morning? Claude Abraham.
And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down.
Alban Harrison, Carl Belfon, good morning.
Culture.
It's hoping that all you lovely people will have a wonderful day. Yeah. Just hoping that all you lovely people will have a wonderful day. All right, so what gives? You know, sometimes things happen and you just like, you just get upset. So, I made some plans since today is Thursday. So I made some plans since Tuesday. As it relates to this morning, everything necessary was done to facilitate what I considered to be a very special interview this morning. Baby Daddy, good morning to you. How you doing? And Olive McEwen, hi. Yeah, and made all the arrangements for the program, and then I get in here and I get a message from the person that, we can't do the program anymore. That's when you get really, really thrown off, because you're banking on that, and then I should just learn, you know. I should just learn. Maybe I just need to just do things and make sure that, hey, it's things I could control like that, like I do my research or whatever, and just go ahead and just do the program. And if the people come, they come. If they ain't come, that's their business. No, serious, because I'm really, really upset. I'm pissed off to the highest level of festivity. Come on. Yeah, things happen, but... And the thing is, if you don't provide the opportunity, then you get called all sorts of names and all sorts of gobbledygook if you don't, do. And then again, you have to do it because you're doing it for agriculture. And I guess what upsets me most is that with pain, I still have to plan. Yeah, P for pain, P for plan. P for, if you plan, you produce. Or if you plant, too, as a farmer, you get production. Yeah. So where do I go now? Yeah, that's a big question, Where do I go now? I hear the phone ringing. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you doing?
Are you aware that farmers are some of the most... Hi, good morning.
Hey, hold on. We seem to have a bit of a bother there. Are you there?
Yes, sorry for that. That is
Oh, that was you.
When a novice trying to call. Are you aware that farmers are some of the most patient, a successful farmer is some of the most passionate people in the world.
Passionate?
You plant, imagine you plant a nutmeg tree and you're waiting for about 10 or 12 years for it to mature.
No, you're doing other things. You're waiting for it to mature.
And then you plant some cabbage and you say this one is 3 months. And after 2 months, the cattle passes it. And imagine the neighbor and you moving so good and it's the neighbor cattle. And then the farmers have to withstand the whim and fancy sometimes of the climatic condition. So agriculture, even when you're talking about agriculture, there are some challenges and circumstances that you have absolutely no control on. And you just have to pick up your guns.
And shoot the cattle.
Well, you have to shoot the cattle for people not to see. Because you're not supposed to shoot animals. And if you could kill the animal, but you can't wound the animal. So let's suppose you go in your land and the animal is damaging you. Sheep or goat, small ruminants, you could kill them, but you can't wound them. And if you kill the animal, you have to tell the people. And you put it outside. And maybe after 4 hours, X amount of hours, somebody could take it, but you cannot take it and you cannot benefit from it. So farming is a challenge. And sometimes even when you want to do a program, it's hard as the farmer self. You know?
You trying to do some and console and thing, but that ain't working here tonight.
Well, it doesn't work.
That ain't working here.
It doesn't even work with the farmer, you know.
I am telling you, man, that ain't working.
It does not even work with the farmer because you predict you will get rain. The weatherman say rain going to come. And when you plant the crop, 2 weeks you get rain. And the crop destroy and then rain wash it out. So it's always a challenge.
Francis.
But good morning.
Francis, good morning to you. On your own. Have a nice day, Francis. Okay. Francis, no matter what you say, Francis. Yeah. That ain't working. That just ain't working. I'm seriously pissed. Yes, I know that things happen. But wow. This thing is giving me some issues here. Good morning.
Morning, Angie.
Morning, Baker. How you doing?
The thing low, man, because I don't hear the weather news. Something wrong.
Are you hearing yourself on the radio right now?
I hear you clear, but I don't.
Are you hearing yourself, Baker? Are you hearing yourself on the radio right now?
Myself.
Are you hearing Baker on the radio? Are you hearing Baker?
Yeah.
Are you hearing Baker loud and clear?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Then I can't help, because if you're hearing yourself, I don't know what's happening with the other person.
Because when the weather news going, nobody hear nothing.
Oh, you didn't hear it. I don't know. Did you hear Mr. Pierre just now?
But I was telling you, Pierre's talking low because I telling hold on, something wrong, and then you say go ahead.
Is Baker speaking low, or is Baker okay right now?
Okay now.
Okay, well, let's try it. Let's see if Baker works. Maybe Baker fix the system. Yeah?
Yeah, we look so.
Yeah, maybe Baker fix it, man.
You fix it.
No, maybe Baker fix it just by calling, Baker pause,
No, because you vex you just getting upset with everything.
No, but this one really pissed me off, man. This one really pissed me off.
Well, tell Africa, I know that's going to happen, so you don't piss me off.
No, you don't know what happened. It's a new one. A new thing. This one is a new one, bro. So you good?
A new one?
How you doing?
A good man.
Wonderful. Alright. Well, Adi, I trying.
Well, your question, and you get into?
Yeah. I hope I continue to get through, my brother.
Yeah, man, so don't worry about that. You'll get you.
Yeah, okay. Take care.
All right.
All right, good. Real 91. Yeah. The challenge is that when you work by yourself, it's a serious challenge because you have to basically do everything. If a technical issue, you have to deal with the technical issue while you talking to people and everything like that, and you have to man the phones and all them kind of something there, man. Anyway, so how's your week? Farmers are talking to you now. How was your week, farmers? Everything good? No pretty elasticity? Or by extent, no teething? I'm trying to figure out which direction to take you this morning. I've already sent out the link to my good friend, Dr. Entwine. Haven't seen him. Baby daddy, I don't know. I don't know. Kathleen, good morning to you. Norma, as in Felix in St. Croix. Norma, they say there's no agriculture in St. Croix. Is that true? I don't know. I understand St. Croix is just rocks and scrubs and other bush and whatever. Trees and cemeteries. Morning, Norma. You could. There's a big tune that goes like this. I'm gonna get along without you now.
We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruit that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yeah.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from River Sally to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's the Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
From when Brown used to carry it, where used to carry it.
So fast pay on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay. So fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay. So fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brown Street, Grenville, and
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from the to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
Simply put, computers will be eaten. Good morning to you, DC Ranks. How you doing, my brother? Yeah, I was home yesterday resting after I'd visited the doctor, and then I just saw, no, before I went to the doctor, DC Ranks just like appeared. Yeah, he does that sometimes. So it was good to see him yesterday, though. Very good. All right, Stephanie John, good morning to you. I'm trying to figure out, I'm still just like knocking my brains and trying to figure out which direction we're going. And I must say that the person will remain nameless, but I must say the person reached out again and apologized, and I'm good. But it's just that I'm good with you, but I'm just pissed off because things happen like that, you know, especially with the turmoil that agriculture is going through at this particular point in time. Now, man, come on. I mean, yeah, it is atrocious, could be the word to use. Yeah, that could be the word to use. Yeah, some people wondering, hey, Andre, how can we help? Well, I don't know. I really don't know. Have you ever planted anything? You know, have you ever planted anything and watched that thing grow? It could be a flower, it could be a fruit, it could be a vegetable. Have you ever planted anything? Yeah. Well, hey, Angel, good morning to the map girl. What's up? You okay? Great. Nice. I've always believed that I wanted to be a big farmer. Yeah, I've always believed that I wanted to be a big farmer. But for some strange reason, I can't seem to be able to do the thing. The farm thing, yeah?
Number one.
I don't know. I just wish that I had, you know, when I was growing up, I have to tell, when I was growing up, I mean, I could have had the opportunity with my grandparents, but then my grandmother realized I didn't really like the land. But nobody sold it to me, meaning, when I say sold, not like selling for cash, but nobody sold the whole idea that, hey, this is agriculture, this is what is needed, yeah. No, nobody did that. And that is a reason why a lot of people are not involved in agriculture as they should be, because nobody's selling it to them that it can bring so much benefits to them and their families.
Was on top, man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer, And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put me through with a clothes. And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brother.
Just now, my brother, all you go eat them computers. This is a beautiful one. Who plants the seed? The father or the mother? I'm speaking here in relation to a child. That's an interesting question. I don't know if you have an answer to it, but it's a very interesting question. Who plants the seed? The father or the mother? I used to think that the father plants the seed and watches it grow. I used to think that. But I get, some other feelings, other ends of the earth, if you can put it that way. So ponder on that for a minute. It is not good. It is really not good. It is not good for me to have to come here week after week after week, speaking to atrocities that are being perpetrated in the agricultural field, and nothing is being done. This present administration claims to love agriculture. That's their claim. But they've taken the worst minister and put him in charge of agriculture. He screams, and the farmers don't understand. They get scared when he starts to scream, so they run. Let's get away from this guy, the screecher. And then the administration say, hey, we love agriculture. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if they really do. It's just strange. It's just so very strange. Even it's like you claim that you love Real FM, you love to listen to Real FM. But I guess that's where it stops. You love to listen, you don't love to contribute. And I'm not talking monetary here. I'm speaking in relation to participating in the programs, revocal, call in and say, hey, what's up, what's taking place, here's my contribution. And not just this program, other programs that we have. See, Real FM is not about just this program. It's just like agriculture. Agriculture is not just about planting or planting a cabbage or a carrot or a lettuce or a nutmeg tree or a sauce-up tree. No, agriculture is not just about planting. When we talk agriculture here, we're speaking to the fishermen. I don't believe that and I'm speaking, when I say we, I'm talking Real FM here. I don't believe that we pay enough attention to the fishermen. That is an area where we are lacking. We need to pay more attention to them, because I've spoken to fishermen that have said to me, hey, when we go there based on where we are, we listen to you. So I personally believe that we are not doing enough. We need to do more as it relates to the farmers and as it relates to the fishermen. We must do more. You see, true love is true love. if you truly love agriculture, and I'm speaking here to the government, if you truly love agriculture, you'll do the farm roads. If you truly love agriculture, you will ensure that the inputs that the farmers have to use to bring crops to the table, that these inputs are readily available at a manageable cost. If you charge them out of the roof, and I'm speaking this straight up, when they do the maths, and if the cost of the thing is out of the roof, then the cost of the product on the table is going to be out of the roof. My good friend Callistra Faria, good morning to you. How you doing? I remember Callistra Faria saying to me sometime earlier on this year, I think it was. And she said to me, you know what? She said, Dre, I cannot understand for the life of me that the government is saying to me, eat healthy, eat what the farmers grow. And based on what the government is charging taxes and duties on the different implements that the farmers have to bring in, the cost is so very high that the farmers, of course, have to recuperate the cost through adding the cost to the product, and therefore can't eat. Come on. Let's take a little look at something here. If you have to pay $2 for a pound of banana, you can't eat banana twice a week. If you have 4 members of the family, you can't have bananas twice a week. Once a week is, yeah. But guess what? You can have rice twice a week. Guess what? What is called Irish potatoes, you may be able to have that twice a week. Simply because it is less expensive for me to buy a pound of Irish potatoes than it is for me to buy a pound of sweet potatoes. And the sweet potatoes, they're grown here. I don't know. Serious attention is needed in agriculture. I await to see. You know, people say, oh, BJ, but I await to see when the NNP wins the election, who they're going to put in agriculture. Everybody say, oh, BJ. Doesn't mean that BJ will win his seat. Of course, he's my brother. I want him too. But if you're looking at it that way, do you think that BJ is the best person for agriculture? Yeah, he probably is. But I don't know. You don't know the dynamics and what is going to happen. You see, the love for agriculture has to start in the preschool. Children have to be taught at the preschool level to love agriculture, to appreciate agriculture. You see, when you give them all the lollipops and the box juice and everything to go to school, that is not translating into love for agriculture. If you give them some juice, some local juice, then they would appreciate that. And then the appreciation of that will translate into a love for agriculture. You don't have to just do some cook the fig or the banana and just chuck it in the container. You can use things, mash it and whatever, and make a pie. Give them a better appreciation of banana. Plantains, but oh my gosh, plantains are so very expensive. That's the next thing. Do you understand, friends? I don't know, man. We just need to do something. The cost of our local product is just too high. When you're going to have to pay $5 for a bag of lemons that has 5 in it, you paying $5 for a bag of lemons. A bag of oranges that has 4 in it, you're paying $5 for it. A corn, based on where you are. Right in Saturday, here, you're probably paying $3 and up for a corn. Probably in the village, you might pay $2.50. And in the city, oh my God, that same corn is probably $5. Yo, we're making it difficult for our people to live. Caller, I'm coming to you. Give me a moment, caller. I'm coming to you. The one in the WhatsApp. We are making it too difficult for our people to live. A pound of yam, what, $3? My God, how much do you think is a pound of yam? Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Not too bad. Very good program. Very good topic. But I only call quickly to ask permission. Tomorrow, please God, which is the extension. There is a gentleman I heard, I think he's on, the judge, some report yesterday, some telling a set of lies to the nation, mentioning your name and Dr. Mitchell's name. Every living word this gentleman mentioned was lies, so I decided to report him asking for 5 minutes.
Who is it?
Please God, is possible.
Who is the gentleman?
Name is KB.
Who's that?
KB.
Don't come and talk about that guy here.
A political criminal.
Yeah, you could call him whatever, but don't come and talk about that guy. I ain't giving that guy no forward on this program here, my brother. Sorry about that.
I want to make people know how dangerous he is.
I don't have time for this guy. This guy is a snake. He's a conniving snake, and I already sounded the warning to my good friend Carl Caton and say, yo, that guy is a snake. You know, I don't come and talk about it, but don't come and talk about this guy. I ain't giving that guy no forward on this program. I mean, really and truly, I can't tell people what to talk about, but you wouldn't get a response. If you call tomorrow and you want to speak about it, I can't stop you. But you wouldn't get a response from me because I don't want to have anything to do with that creature. But if you want to call and talk about anything, including that, I wouldn't stop you. But it's just that I don't want to have anything to do with that creature. Do you understand? But you can call and talk about him if you want. Just, you will not get a response from me. I'll just tell you hello and then tell you thank you very much.
All right.
So you can call if you want to. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you can call if you want to. Great. No. I mean, I stopped mentioning that guy's name now. Yeah. There are people whose name I don't. The guy whose name I does not mention, that is one. The lady whose name I does not mention, that is two. And the criminal whose name I does not mention, that is three. Yeah. You have different. The guy whose name I will not mention, the lady whose name I will not mention, and the criminal whose name I will not mention. Yeah. Those people. They're joining, you see, the list getting longer and longer and longer and longer. I ain't got no time for that. 4420175. Those are the digits that you can dial if you would want to be a part of the program for this morning. Yeah, bit of a challenge with the phone. Anastasia Patterson, good morning to you. What is the England guy saying? Let's see if you can see that. Bring that up on the screen. Let me start to bring some comments up on the screen. All right, England guy, this is not about politics. With the current price for homegrown products since the hurricane. This is not about politics with the current price for homegrown products since the hurricane. I don't understand the statement. I really and truly don't understand the statement. If you can rewrite, look at the statement and realize that you may be able to rewrite it so as to give me a better understanding, or you can call the number 4420175 for both the landline and the WhatsApp. You can call, okay? This is real 91.9. Yeah, man. There's certain people you just have to wipe them off the earth Not physically. No. You're not in engaging in violence. You just have to wipe certain people off the thing. They no longer exist in this plane. You can't. You can't allow yourself to be existing in the same sphere as these other people and them. No. What? When you do something, you sit down and you're watching how people are going, And let me tell you something, yeah? I say this, straight up. As a broadcaster, announcer, call me whatever you want, media personality, whatever you want to call me. You can call me whatever. If I have to go after somebody, I'm going after them for myself. I'm going after them for myself. I'm not doing so and tag along somebody because I want to tag along. No, because I want to go after a person. No. Somebody's asking me, who is the criminal? Who is the killer? Duh, did I say there was a killer? All I said is that there is the guy whose name I will not mention, there is the lady whose name I will not mention, and there is the criminal whose name I will not mention. That's all I'll say. And I'll tell you guys something, yeah? Those of you who want to speak about Andre, you can go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not going to be bothered with you. There was a time when I will, waste time and worry about what you or him or her would say about me. And I've come to realize that I have a circle of people who care about me. Really and truly care about me. Do you understand? The damage I've done to my finger, they care about that. They will call, they will send a message, they'll inquire about. Did you hear Bandy this morning? He prayed for, good old little finger here. He's part of my circle. So when I have people like Bandy in my circle, yeah, what am I bothering about you and who would say things about me? Do you understand? Why should I be bothered? The love that you have for me is greater than the hate that they continue to perpetrate when it comes to me. Do you understand? So, hey, how did the revolution say it? Let them come. We go bury them in the sea. Not me that say that is a revolution. The same revolution say that. Okay, let me see. Okay, England says here, I was referring to the high price of homegrown products like plantain, tomatoes, lettuce. I still don't get you. What are you trying to say? You said this is not about politics with the current. I never said that it was about politics. But of course it is about politics. And let me explain to you why it is about politics. You see, because politics is a way of life. And it is about politics because the politicians who are in control at this time can make a difference. How can they make the difference? By investing more and not less in agriculture. By doing more for the farmers. And if they do more for the farmers, then the farmers, of course, would have to pass on those benefits to the people who consume, who are called the consumers. So therefore, when you make the statement and you say, well, you are referring to the high price of grown products, locally grown products like plantain and tomatoes and so, etc., etc. Yes, it started after Ivan. I would agree. But I'm saying, the point is, they have to. I'm talking government now. They have to. Don't know if they have to subsidize. But something must be done. Must be done so as to stop us from wanting to kill each other with the prices. The prices are just too hot. And it's like they're stuck on $5, and I realized that they're starting to move from $5 now to $10. And I tell you something. Oh, I'm going to ask a question here. And the question is, did the price of grass go up? Yeah, did the price of grass go up? Of vine, did the price go up? And the reason why I ask this is that almost every week when you go to the meat market, the cost of goat going up, sheep going up, cow going up, pig going up, pork, that should be beef, that should be mutton, that should be. They're going up. And you're trying to figure out, well, what is causing them to go up? Is it that the abattoir in Maribor is charging more to process the meat? I don't know. So I have to inquire. And the Ministry for Agriculture owes us that. They need to come forward and say, what is causing the problem? If they don't, then it gives me license to sit here and speak about it until they come out and say something about it. All right? So, England, I hope you understand that. What is Anastasia saying here? One thing I learned, that there are a lot of people who is so unhappy in their life that they try to make other people's life miserable if you allow them to. You're surely right about that one, girl. The criminal, who I will not name, is a sorry guy. I called me to do some reach out to my partner who had to bring me some clove and cinnamon, and he forget, but I'll take the call still. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Daniel.
Are you laughing so happened? Are you laughing so?
I'll listen to what you say. you know my family in transport.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I must tell you.
Yeah. I like when you come today because gas prices go up high, but fisherman fish going up.
Exactly.
But look, farmers buying 100 pounds of money for $50. And the thing going up.
The thing going up.
What?
And then, hold on, the fishermen, at the end of the year, they're supposed to getting gas rebate, you know.
Yes.
Do you understand? Right. And I have no problems, you know. I have no problems with them getting those things, you know, because I believe they should get more. But you can't kill me. Every time I go to the fish market, you want to charge, you want to tell me, I mean, what? Fish is what, $10 a pound now?
Yeah, but $10 a pound now. But some people, like them guys in Greece, that is selling, they will sell for $11 a pound because they are very clean.
$11 a pound because they're getting it clean?
Yeah, they clean for you right there.
No, I'll clean it in my house.
Well, in town and in Grenville, you have to pay $2 for 1 pound.
To clean? Yeah, well, I'll clean it home.
All right, yeah, me too. I'll clean it home.
Yeah, I'll clean it home.
Yeah, but the farmers, the price is too hot. Because you go in the Maribor and buy 100 pounds of money for $50. So why you have the banana price high, cabbage price up.
And then you're still telling me, and some of them, that's still, the farmers still saying, well, gas is going up, you know. Hello?
Gas going up.
Gas is
But again,
basically, hold on, but gas is basically just revolving around a particular figure. It ain't going much higher. It's just revolving around a particular $15, $16 thereabouts. You know, it's just revolving there.
15 something or 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're trying to tell me, man.
I listened to that program with you on BBC yesterday. Oh, wonderful, Daisy.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Come again, Daisy.
Yeah, we'll bring her back, man. Don't worry, we'll bring her back. When there's need to bring her back, we'll bring her back. But if people want her for a particular reason, I'll try my best to reach out to her and things.
Yes. She the people, you see the young lady that people trust.
The only person I'm not very comfortable to entertain as it relates to union is the I really and truly am disappointed in the teachers. The public workers did a fantastic job in terms of they elected Daisy as their president. It was a hard fought battle. I think she won by about 82, and that's because I campaigned. You know, I campaigned for Daisy, yeah. So I didn't campaign for her. So that,
I was saying win again.
yeah, but I'm very hesitant to bring on my program. A couple of people have said, "Oh, why don't you ask the president of the teachers union?"
He won't come.
Well, I tell you what, you think he will come?
Nah.
Oh. No, but my thing though too is that I cannot understand teachers. And I'm very disappointed in the teachers of this nation. And why am I disappointed in the teachers of the nation? Is simply because how could you? You made a mistake. You made, and one accepts the fact that you made a mistake. As teachers, you made a mistake to elect this gentleman to the position. And you knew you made a mistake because you did not allow him to occupy the office at the union building. He was still in the classroom. You had somebody else doing the work in the office. Yeah? So you knew, teachers, that you made a mistake. How on earth you could make the same mistake twice? I'm disappointed in the teachers. Are you telling me there's nobody else in the teaching fraternity in Grenada who can hold that position? You had to go back to Puss in Boots? Oh my God, give me a chance.
Yeah. Oh, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say something concerning Deacon. I didn't know.
No. Give him what he says. It's not, no, you have to respect the office of the gentleman. You have to do that. Prime Minister Deacon, and let me leave it.
But you don't respect nobody.
Well, yeah, but don't go to that level. We better than that.
All right. You know what they have a problem with? The man called Emlyn Pierre motherhood. Remember, Maurice Bishop called Eugenia Charles motherhood.
Yeah.
In the 80s. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So right now me skip because Deacon invoke Maurice. And you they come in and call him Emlyn Pierre. Motherhand. Bishops. Carl Eugenia Charles, same name. I don't even last 5 years. Angela later.
One love. That name hurt me, really and truly. Yeah, because I have nieces, I have sisters. Of course, I must have had a mother. She's no longer with us, but I have sisters who are alive, and I have nieces. And for anybody to make that kind of a reference, mother hen is a reference that should be made as it relates to agriculture, not as it relates to a person. No. That one that's unforgivable. Prime Minister, and you know that. I don't know how you're going to be going out there now. I think you're at some conference, some OECS, whatever. I don't remember what it is. But I wonder how you're there speaking to Motley and other females. How are you relating to them? Or is it that you don't relate to females at all? Do you understand? Yeah, I'm asking, how do you relate to them? Or is it that you don't relate to females at all? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
That name is not nice at all, Mother Hen. She makes the children in the right way. She's not Mother Hen. Those others boys Mother Hen. Bye-bye.
Bye. So in Karakou, it's $11, $12, and $13 a pound of fish. Wow. Yeah. Goddess Bella says in America, refer to a mother hen as a nurturing mother. No, in Grenada, if you make that statement towards a female, that's derogatory. But if I say Dr. Entwine and I cause him to be part of my program this morning, that's a good thing. Good morning, Dr. Entwine.
Morning, Andre. Good morning,
Okay.
fellow audience out there. You
I'm
don't, have
trying.
to call, you don't have to call my name to be a part of your program. I'll just be a part of the program. Even if you sometimes don't see me, you know.
All right, we gained some
Sorry, let me turn off the
echoings.
radio.
Oh yeah, turn off the radio then. Thank you.
My apologies, my apologies, my apologies.
Right, you there. You have a nice blue jersey this morning. They say blue's a neutral color in Grenada.
I think it's a very progressive, encouraging color.
No, but last election, Mr. Winston Frederick, his color was blue, you know. So be
Really?
careful. Yeah.
So I'll be careful. The political.
Yeah, and I had my color orange, and I say, okay, fine, I cool with the orange, and then bang, Peter David kind of thing in orange for his movement. And I had to speak to Peter and say, yo, you can't do that, man. What's wrong with you?
That's an idea.
Yeah, I had to speak to him. What's up, Doc?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm getting ready for today's activity. First of all, our discussion this morning on our agriculture, the status for our culture, and then this evening we have our monthly Spice Farmers Association meeting, in which I want to focus on how we move forward with the organization, because I'm thinking there are possibilities that can arise in the very near future to move the organization forward towards in a more active way being involved in the buying and selling of the spices. So I think the primary goal right now is setting up and establishing a spice depot somewhere in the Grenville area. So that's the nature of the discussion this evening. We want to focus on the way forward.
On the way forward for the Spice Association.
Spice Farmers Association, yes.
But let me quiz you a bit. Couple of questions. How is the membership of the organization going?
It's good. There's a core number of our farmers who turn up very frequently. Maybe on average at least every 2 months. Of course, there are a few who came as a result of curiosity, and of course, those are those who think those are the ones who think that the organization is not for them. But the long and short is there is an interest among our core farmers in wanting to see the agricultural sector in general, and specifically spices, move forward, because the potential for the spice industry is very significant. Remember, the worldwide spice industry involves billions of dollars annually. And we here have the potential to be marketing some very niche spice products. Given the very nature of our spices, for example, you'll be aware of the fact that, for example, our cocoa has always been considered a very unique flavored cocoa, in part because of the environment in which it grows here in Grenada. And so that's the thing we want to capture as regards our spices. So yeah, that's in essence the plan for this evening, how we move forward.
All right, well, and you have at your meetings, you have good attendance?
Sometimes are better than others, generally, yes. So I would say, I operate on the principle, Andre, that better few but better, and by that I mean it's okay to have a few core members who dedicated to the process and the operations and developing the organization, as opposed to having a mass of people who just come and then they're just there, and that passion and dedication, it doesn't exist. So yeah, we do have a core of passionate people wanting to see our agricultural sector move forward. In fact, let me just point out to you too. Sometime last year, around September, I think, we had a review after Hurricane Beryl on the status of the agricultural sector in Grenada, i.e., just discussions among our farmers as to their personal experiences and observations as regards how our agricultural sector is developing. And a major concern we have that was raised, of course, at that discussion was the issue of the agricultural sector not being a dynamic one. And by that, I mean that farmers were not seeing the growth they would like to see in the agricultural sector. And that too many of our farmers were basically opting out of agriculture. But not only that, a lot of traditional crop farmers are actually pulling away from that as well. So there's a dire concern as regards the state of our agricultural sector, and therefore the need for our people in a general way to begin to take hold of the problem and begin to make a difference, to see that agriculture once again becomes a major aspect, a major factor in our economy.
What do you think you can do? What do you think Real FM can do so as to cause that organization to grow, and of course bring more people out?
Well, I think in part you're doing a significant part of the task of airing our discussions on a weekly basis in the first instance. But so you're actually involved in the process of educating our people as to the state of our agricultural sector. The challenge we're having is the response from our people in terms of actively getting into the agricultural sector so as to make it a growing sector, as opposed to a dying sector, I may say. I don't want to use such a harsh term, but the state of the agricultural sector is one of decadence or decay, as opposed to growth and vibrance. And I always say, I've been saying for years now, that at the end of the day, if we truly want to see the agricultural sector really pick up and move forward, it is extremely, extremely important that we link the agricultural produce we have here in Grenada with manufacturing. In other words, at the end of the day, our manufacturing sector ought to be able to capture and make use of all the excess agricultural produce that we're not able to consume domestically. So yeah, in a nutshell, educating our people is one of the major roles you can play. Helping to mobilize and organize our people is also important, which is using this opportunity, for example, to remind our farmers of our meeting this evening, so that hopefully we have more people turning out to actively participate in mapping the way forward.
What time is your meeting, Doc?
Meeting begins at 4:30. Give or take the West Indian factor.
I hate that. I know,
but we used to be at 5, but then some people complain that they came early and they waited, and then so we brought it up to 4:30, and then of course when 4:30, some people come on time, some are. In any case, I mean, it's hard to strike an ideal time for everybody, but I think the time is adequate enough for most of us to turn up and show up. The problem we're having is frequently many of our farmers have to attend funerals for one reason or the other, because of some family death or burial that's occurring, and that's one of the challenges we have. The funeral factor, where many of our people, would have a relative or someone close to them who would have passed and need to attend those funerals. But otherwise to that, the only other factor that may occur every now and again is somebody else having a meeting in the area, that pulls away some of our farmers. But that's where we are.
That's where you are this time. Okay, good. Now, Doc, let's touch a bit into agriculture. And I want to get agriculture as you see it. So the questions I'm going to ask you, It's basically as you see it. Did you get a chance to listen to the 2025 budget as it relates to agriculture, as presented by Minister Lennox Andrew?
No, I didn't get a chance to listen to the full speech. No, I heard snippets of it.
Okay. Now, based on what you
No, I
heard,
didn't get a chance to listen to the whole. Yeah.
okay, based on what you heard, give me some comments.
The one major thing I would say is that we don't seem to be focused. And by that I mean there seem not to be a specific plan designed to move the sector from A to B to C. And like I've been saying, a primary factor essential for that is the essentiality and therefore the need for ensuring we have a training center for our future farmers, i.e. the urgent need for an agricultural college at which we can have students attending, we can have farmers doing courses on various aspects of our agricultural production, and in which we can be doing a lot of research on how we could better produce some of the crops that are of importance to us. For example, do we have expert knowledge on how the variety of yams we have in Grenada and how we can best produce those? Do we have expert information on how we can best produce sweet potatoes in the various regions here in Grenada? Do we have expert information on how we can better produce, let's suppose, corn and peas, for example, so as to ensure we have an abundance of those two items available for quote-unquote situations of emergency? And so that's the kind of focus I would like to see being placed by the Ministry of Agriculture in helping and wanting to spend millions of dollars in the agricultural sector. Because without that focus on R&D and the training of the personnel, I'm not sure where we're going. You know? It's okay to talk about bringing in animals, it's okay to talk about having X amount of chicken farms, etc., etc. It's okay to talk about wanting to build a fishing sector, but you need the training institutions that will provide expert knowledge that can be applied in the specific areas of agriculture and fisheries.
But it doesn't seem that we continue to talk about these things that we need, but it doesn't seem that our policymakers are paying any attention to what is needed in the country.
Well, let me just, I'm not sure if I'm privileged to say that or say this at this point. I hope that within the next week or so, within the next few weeks, we should be able to get some feedback as to some of the comments I'm making here. Because I'm aware that some of the information I discussed or raised here, especially that relating to the school, for example, would have been passed on to the Ministry of Agriculture. So hopefully we can get some feedback from them sooner than later.
Well, I do hope so. I really and truly do hope so. And it's nice to know that at least we discussed something that somebody paid some attention to.
Yes, it will be quite useful for me, for example, to do some follow-up as quickly as possible to make sure that things are going to be dealt with, because one of the problems that was drawn to my attention recently was the fact that one of the government officials made reference to the fact that we do not have the expertise for implementation of many of the ideas and plans we have, which is a sad commentary, because it's no good having plans and you're not able to implement the plans. And then at the end of the year, we never understand fully how the millions of dollars allocated for a specific project or a program or operation is utilized. And then we don't see any outcomes or results or tangible outcomes.
Well, Doc, we've been joined by your best friend in agriculture,
Okay.
and I'm going to bring him in.
Thank you very much.
Because I know that is your homie. That is your I don't know what about you and him. You just like him when it comes to agriculture. You just like him. Doc, this is BJ. BJ, good morning. Excuse me, how you doing?
Morning, Andre. Morning to the listening public. I am doing fine. Morning, Doc. How are you?
Morning, BJ. I'm fine, thanks. On yourself?
Happy to hear you as always. Warm and easy.
Thanks.
He wants to
Nice to
see
hear.
he wants to see you, so I'm gonna turn the screen on so that he can see you. I know he's aching to see you.
Well,
Doc
he's very welcome.
is one of my favorite person.
Oh, there he is, BJ. You see him?
Yes.
All right.
Very happy to see him as always.
Right.
Thank you.
BJ, I asked Doc a question. I'm going to ask you the same question. Did you get a chance to listen to the budget as it relates to agriculture?
I did.
To Minister Andrews?
Yes, I did.
Okay. In a nutshell, can you put it?
My comment remained the same. That I'm not interested in this year's budget. I'm interested in last year's budget, what they said they was going to spend last year, and the accomplishment in relation to spending, the achievement. That's what I'm interested in. Andre, you can call any figure and make your political noise if you want to. Isn't that what the budget becomes? You call some figures and you say you're going to spend X, Y, and Z there, and then at the end of the year, you still say you have $26 million in reserve that you didn't spend. And what it is that you say you was going to accomplish and you didn't. And you're behaving as though the Ministry of Agriculture is some money-making entity by itself. So you're glad you didn't spend the money. And you hear they say we have surplus. How comes Ministry of Agriculture could have surplus? Are there an entity to make money? Think about it, Andre. Some of the things you just be hearing, it confuses you. And it confuses me certainly. That some of the people doesn't know what they are talking about, and they should be ashamed of the things that they are saying. You're not making any money. You're not like a business to say to generate revenue per se. But yet still you have $20-something million that you didn't spend. And there are farmers outside there who, couldn't even get a help of maybe $4,500 to assist them after burial. What it is that you're telling me. You have a whole ministry of implementation, an entire one.
I think that summarizes the same point I was trying to make earlier on, Andre. That yes, the budget is fine, but what is the outcome, or what are the outcomes or results of the expenditure from the budget? We've not been able to see tangible outcomes, and so yeah, BJ's point is on target, Sorry.
So BJ, based on what you've just said. So then tell me.
So tell
me about the budget last year as it relates to now.
Yeah. Based on the budget last year, didn't you heard that they said that they was going to set up a tissueculture lab? I was looking forward to it, and they said they was going to start it in June last year. I haven't seen that. And it was mentioned in this year's budget again that it will start very soon. And somebody called me and said, BJ, we want to do an interview with you with regard to the tissueculture lab that the government is going to set up, or they say that they're going to set up. However, Andrew, I'm reluctant to speak on issues like that because I don't want to commit myself and say good things and then it, come back to haunt me.
Where are they going to set this one up?
I should think in Maribor.
You should think.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Maribor. And Andrew, you know what is strange? When they made that statement last year, I jumped for joy. And I started rating Minister Andrew and say, well, this is my kind of language. Only to find out a year pass and nothing, hasn't happened. Well, what should I do?
If I'm not mistaken, I think sometime last year, they started a physical structure somewhere in the nursery area at Maribor.
Oh, they started building something, you're saying?
Yes, putting up a physical structure, and it was mainly the Chinese people working there. I don't know what the status has been since in terms of the development of that structure. and then the equipping of that facility, and now of course training of personnel, which would be important. But what I didn't see was any local on the site at the site of construction.
Okay. There's also a question I wanted to ask as it relates to our flowers. Every year, BJ, we go to Chelsea Flower Show. And 9 out of 10 times, or 9.5 out of 10 times, Doc, we win Chelsea Flower Show. But I do not, I never do hear of us benefiting so much in terms of if we have good and best enough flowers to do so and put on a show and win. How come, or is it that we are exporting flowers on a big scale, and I don't know, or is it that we're not exporting flowers, we are just going this thing for fun?
I am aware of a few what you call fresh cut flower producers who are in essence, for the most part, sell their produce to the hotel and restaurant sectors in St. George's. There may be a few, offices and other businesses that probably make use of those flowers for decorative purposes. But in terms of a commercial operation, that allows for export of our flowers, I'm not aware of. But you're hitting on a very important point, because I know Holland tends to be one of the biggest markets for fresh cut flowers.
The other thing too is that we have approximately on a daily basis, we have at least 4 funerals in the country. And we see that the persons, the bereaved, they are making use of artificial flowers. We have a caller. Let's take that caller. Morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Andre.
Good morning.
Good morning to your guest.
Hold on there. Doc, are you hearing the caller?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Wait, you are a doctor too, So it's 3 doctors in the station there.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Have a good day. Have a good day, sir. No, the topic, I like the topic, agriculture. Yeah. And you have the right people that talk in agriculture. But I'll tell you something. I've been talking for too long. The same thing over and over. The economy, growing the economy. Paying attention to the development, economic development of the citizens and the farmers. Keep them farming. Or else you're going to lose them and lose the economy. But nobody was listening. In order to shift the economy and to get into agriculture in a big way, you must get the tourism sector going. Must. Because we do not have the internal population to consume. And so even though you push the farmer to produce at a max, the market going to be blood. The farmer is going to get fed up, they're going to steal back away. If they don't find the farming are limited, where the costs are going to rise, or the same thing is going to happen. So they must dispose of even the raccoon of the field. So we have to get the tourism sector going in a big way. If we have to resuscitate agriculture, it's an automatic thing. Once you get tourism going, agriculture is going to kick in and the other sectors is going to come in. But we're playing games with that sector, the tourism sector. So definitely agriculture will be down. And it's waste of time pushing agriculture and you don't have an outlet for the farmer. I'm not going to be farming, but just having crop and producing crop, and then I can't get rid of it and I have to purchase things at high prices. So we have to get this going in a big way if we are to save agriculture. I used to be a farmer, but I'm not going back in farming under these conditions. Yeah? And I'm not encouraging people to do so. Because farming have to, we say farming is a business. Yes, we have to take that business. But the end result is farmer must be able to see the profit. You must be able to see yourself building your house. Yeah? Taking care of your children. You must be able to see yourself having a good bank account. You must grow financially. You must be able to diversify when you get in the old age into something else other than farming, and then the younger one take over from but we're not providing that. We're not laying the groundwork for that. So the younger ones, they don't have the interest. And so definitely they're backing away. Have a great day, sir.
You too. Have a wonderful day.
Let me just make a couple of comments here, Andre. Anybody who can actively participate in the actual production of any agricultural produce, I would encourage. I don't support the idea of stepping out, except of course if you are in the process of retirement and you feel okay, you've had enough of agricultural production. But yes, the callers point about the need for building the tourism sector is also an important aspect that could provide a market for the produce of our farmers. But herein lies the importance of providing a better direction for the agricultural sector, i.e., our farmers need to be able to produce high quality carrots, for example, high quality kale, high quality cabbage, high quality lettuce, etc., 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 so as to ensure that the quality of the produce getting to the restaurants and hotels meet their standards, international standards. So where would the farmers get that training and understanding of how to do what needs to be done to get high quality produce to the domestic market if we don't have that institution that provides the training? If we don't have a situation where we know, okay, BJ produces plantains, and then Andre Dalla produces carrots, and then Antoine produces cabbage, and Mr. Tom produces cabbage or lettuce or kale, unless we don't have significant production of various crops at significant levels so as to provide the demand needed by the hotels and restaurants, then we continue to spin top in mud. But I also state categorically that for the agricultural sector to develop, it is essential that it be organically linked with the agro-processing sector, because at the end of the day, any excess that is not sold domestically can be utilized in the processing and therefore long-term storage in whatever form you want to do it as a agro-processing institution. So yes, the tourism sector needs to be developed, or should be developed. But more importantly, we need to have a structure for the development of our agricultural sector. And yes, our farmers need to be incentivized. There's no way you can have farmers producing stuff and of course not being able to meet satisfy their well-being and needs of their family. That's essential. And maybe here is where, for example, the government may be needed to subsidize in a very most significant way the actual farming activities of our farmers. So yeah, that's what I wanted to compliment the previous speakers with.
The tourism sector. The tourism sector, we keep hearing that time and time and time again. And folks keep emphasizing, BJ, how important the tourism sector is to agriculture. In the past year, the past budget year, did you see anything that tied the tourism sector or caused the tourism sector to be, quote unquote, dependent on our agricultural produce?
Andre, in a small country like Grenada, based on how it is structured, it's extremely difficult to have agriculture and tourism inseparable. They're interrelated directly, one way or another. However, I keep hearing people saying that you cannot develop agriculture without tourism, and you cannot develop tourism without agriculture.
Yeah.
And, making those kind of remarks. Andre, there is something they call niche market. There is something they call small industries, which is what Grenada should get involved in. And yes, we depend on tourists to come and, pick up a few things internally, maybe eat in our restaurant and, in our hotels and whatever. That's okay. Andre, we cannot wait on that. We have to ensure that the crops that we encourage our farmers to produce there is a market for it first. Or else they shouldn't grow it. You're just being hopeful. There should be a market. The market is first. And then the production is after. Not the production first and then the market. It's the next way around. What you won't get left with the thing in your hand? There's something they call market research, And you need to do those before you go and produce stuff. Are you telling me that we will wait on our tourists to drink all the cocoa tea that we make for them, chocolate tea,
and the woodman.
and to drink all the woodman that you produce locally? No, you have to find niche market, exportable market. And there are some crops that we shouldn't get involved in for external market because of a lot of different factors.
We have a caller. Let's take the caller. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Okay, Mr. Andre, I'm bothering you again. Anytime Mr. Bridgman called, please give him a number so he could call me. Is that okay?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, let me move on quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to the two great guys there we have. I would like to hire y'all privately to be advisor to the Minister of Agriculture. Is that okay?
You pay?
Well, we go talk because no, this is not funny because it is very bad for what going on home. And let me move on quickly. Mr. Antoine, is it okay, or you are DJ, find some time to go to the schools, and especially the students that are doing the CXC, and open to them all this information you all have. So then get them excited about it. And then during the holidays, if all you could invite them on site.
Well,
so then we could say we move on.
To go
One
into
more
this.
thing on the job. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
And Andrew, where the guy with the cassava? Thank you.
Okay
Talk
then.
again.
Okay, great. Good. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www. A couple minutes, that is approximately 11 minutes before the news time. Guys, I was just going to tell a lady, saying, yes, go to the schools is one thing, Doc, but getting there, because the amount of red tape that you have to go through to get through to the schools is above and beyond. So it's going to be a very difficult thing to do. And that can only happen again if the schools make the request. It'd be a lot easier than somebody trying to get into the school, because first you have to get permission from the principal, the manager, the Ministry of Education, the district education officer. All these people have to chime in and have the input. But if the schools makes a request of BJ that, hey, we'd like you to come and visit us at least once a month or once every 2 months and speak to our youngsters who are involved in 4-H. But I understand 4-H has no funding these days. I have to get the numbers, BJ, in relation to you like last year budget. I want this year's budget. Dr. Antoine doesn't care which year he gets, but you like last year. I want to know this year's budget. Let me see if I think we have another. Hello? Hello? I thought we had another caller online there, but we don't have another caller online. Dr. Antoine. So, oh no, we do have a caller online. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, go ahead, please.
All right. I think I have a solution to all of this. I think marketing board has failed the whole agricultural system in Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
Because marketing board should have been set up in a way that they have storage facilities for nearly all agricultural products produced in Grenada. They in turn would have to done their research, because the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. when people go produce tomatoes, everybody producing tomatoes. This thing should be contracted out to X amount of farmers on a rotation so that they could supply marketing board. Their marketing board now would know the amount of produce that Grenada need. So they could go out and contract, say, listen, an acre of land will produce X amount of tomatoes in 6 months' time, in 3 weeks' time, or whatever the produce is. That way they would be able to store and even out the fluctuations of up and down type of operations in Grenada where you don't have this month and don't have that month. And then you could go into, because it's serious business here, you could go into greenhouses. That way you'd be able to do everything, and marketing board would be guaranteeing they take the surplus, they would be able to distribute it. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand doing, and if we don't have a system, I'm not saying that other people can't grow their little things on the side, but the majority of stuff, like all the hotels should be buying from marketing board. All the supermarkets should be buying from marketing board. That type of thing. Who want to go in the market, grow stuff and go in the market with it, that's their business. Thank you.
Thank you. Comment on that, BJ?
I agree with the caller to a certain extent that marketing board should play a more leading role with regard to our agricultural marketing. However, Andre, marketing board is not just a name, you know. It's made up of people. And there are government institutions that are responsible for getting that thing operational, going properly. How we deal with marketing board in recent time? We throw up a ball in the air, you know, and we say who want to catch. We don't care. Who fall apart. That's all we did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a game we playing with the thing. Of course, we know that need resuscitating. Of course, we know that probably some more finances need to be put in that entity. Of course, we know that probably the managerial structure and the board structure and stuff needs to change. But what we did in recent time, we basically shut it down, keep a skeletal staff to just keep the name going, and we say we would have fixed it when last year. We would have get some people to come sort this out, and all of a sudden we forget that and we head on to the other thing and we leave it as it is. In this year's budget, how they said that they will, look into that and they will have, new things happening. Well, I'm waiting. Andre, let me tell you something, man. You know what is failing us? What is failing us is that when our population go and vote, most of the time, or many times, we put the wrong people to lead our country. Andre, what is happening is a clear reflection of who is actually leading our country. Let me give you an example. Our budget for this year, although they are not particularly interested in talking about it too much, isn't close to $2 billion for in the total package, the total expenditure.
Yeah.
It's about $2 billion. Couldn't we put 100 million in that in agriculture? If we're serious about what it is we're doing? This is our backbone. This is our mainstay. This is what feeds our people. This is what's going to stabilize our economy. This is what's going to provide employment and create opportunities. We can even spend 70 million there. We probably want to spend really like 30 and $20 million or whatever to pay with salary and wages, current expenditure, and that's it. Where the capital project? Where are those? Andre, this is the problem. We don't put in with money where we mouths and we just stack in. We're just making blanket statement and we hope people are going to fall for it. You cannot play politics with agriculture. That's a different thing. You see, Andre, we are feeding our people, all right, based on what we do. And we cannot play around with that. Food security is, how should I put it? Just like how health should be a right, so food security should be a right. You shouldn't just throw up that in the air and hoping that if you have money, you survive. And if you don't have money, you can't survive. I'm hearing you bawling out week after week, BJ, how are we going to buy that? The price for that too high. How are we going to eat when we cannot buy the very said stuff that they're telling us to eat? Well, Andre, it all starts with the policymakers. They are the one that need to, Andre, the generals and stuff that we have to run the show, they're not capable to go on the battlefield. They're not ready for that yet. Some of them don't even ready to go to grass yet. They should be to school still. Don't watch me and shake your head,
I'm not shaking head. I'm listening to you because
they don't able. Just like that.
The statements you're making is putting the Ministry of Agriculture in serious problems.
Yes. I'm not putting them in serious problems. I'm telling you they are in serious problems. Andre, you have a budget. $2 billion. All right? $2 billion, And you have extension officers coming outside there to visit farmers and cannot do a simple soil test in the field to say, boy, you're short of this, or you're lacking that nutrients, or you need to apply. They can't do those things. Where are the equipment for them to function? They come, they watch you.
Is it possible for them to do immediate soil tests?
Instantly. Maybe a detailed one required to go in the lab. But there are things that we can use now to tell you what your basic nutrients are in the soil.
Doc, you know about those things?
Oh, you mean Doc don't know about that? What you asking that? That exists in the 14th century.
Science has evolved to the point where we do a wide and long range of tests out in the field, including volatiles in the soil. So there you have it. Andre, I just want to go back a bit to what BJ was saying. The MNIB, yes, remember it was originally created to provide that market space for our farmers, i.e. a place where they can sell their produce, and that same agency was supposed to be able to export excess produce and at the same time bring in basic commodities that the farmers need. That mission has been failed, or the people who manage the MNIB over the years have failed to accomplish that mission. But if you were to review the original mission, I think it's still important that we maintain or have an agency called the Marketing and National Importing Board, or by any other name. However, couple that with the fact that we don't have a plan for developing our agricultural sector. If we have a plan, then the MNIB would feature within that plan. That's one. Two, we don't have the expertise that can deal with the issue of, quote unquote, as BJ was saying, marketing and market research and counseling and providing expert assistance to the farmers that produce whatever they produce. But as BJ said, remember MNIB is a name, right? But it takes people to run the organization. And these are the same people who keep failing us over and over and over, and we don't hold them accountable. So until we change that attitude of our people that says, okay, let us work in the interest of our people, as opposed to my own personal interests, until then our behavior would reflect poorly, and therefore the outcomes of the mission of the MNIB, for example, would not be accomplished.
Guys, we have to take a break here for the news. We'll be right back. This is Real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Stay tuned. News, that's next.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by Triple N. The details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant. providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back locally. Finance Minister Honorable Dennis Cornwall said that he and others in government are willing to give up their U.S. visas in support of the people of Cuba. As a former graduate of a Cuban university, he has a moral obligation, and as a government minister, he believes that the Cuban doctors and nurses in Grenada's healthcare system are providing irreplaceable service. In the region in Jamaica, financial analyst Dennis Chung says opposition leader Mark Golding's vision to fix the country was presented well during the budget debate, but he needs to state how the plans outlined will be financed. During the budget, Mr. Golding expressed concern that despite working hard, many Jamaicans are finding it difficult to make ends meet. He said the People's National Party, PNP, is ready to be Jamaica's champion of change. The opposition leader announced that a PNP-led administration will tackle several issues related to housing, infrastructure, health, and crime, among others. Mr. Chung described Mr. Golding's vision as good.
The opposition leader did mention the things that need to be done in order to fix the country. So the overall vision of the things that need to be done is very good. He did mention quite a few things that are currently in play also by the government right now, which shows that there's an intention for continuity. He did mention the good efforts that are made in terms of reducing crime and also the need for improvement in the road maintenance, amongst other things. So those things are good.
And in sport, world number 3 Carlos Alcaraz says he does not support the legal action being taken against tennis's governing bodies by the Players Union co-founded by Novak Djokovic. The Professional Tennis Players Association filed papers on Tuesday criticizing the schedule, ranking systems, and control over image rights. This ends the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. I am your presenter Maxine Entwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap. Why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put me through and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
Triple N.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Seasons. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors. Color by Seasons. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression. Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from River Sally to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's the Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one.
Your boy, what's his name again? DC Ranks, BJ. That's your boy, right?
That's my soldier.
Yeah, I know that's your soldier, man. I saw him yesterday. I was home yesterday, as you know. I'm home and boy, pain in the finger, so I kind of trying to sing it, and I dozed off a bit. And then I hear some footsteps, and I do so and look to the DC Rank standing right there. My good brother in DC Rank.
Andre, what I like about DC Ranks is his loyalty.
Yeah.
If this is your friend, he's your friend.
True that.
He's a very loyal person.
Yeah.
And I like to deal with people like that.
As opposed to the criminal.
Well, this is always my friend.
Yeah, the
and
criminal.
I don't like people who switches allegiance for for a little payment.
Yeah.
Will treat us an old crook.
Yeah, we can't handle the criminal. Can't handle the criminal. We got Doc laughing. I want to know, Doc, what is it you're laughing? Why is it you're laughing, Doc? Tell me what it is. Be honest with me and tell me why you're laughing.
That laughter is one of curiosity, not too much.
Okay. You want to know who's the criminal?
We can discuss that on another occasion.
If you tell me, I can tell you who is the criminal.
In another forum.
Me. I can only speak about me.
I know. We only cause one way or the other in some activities, right? That could be considered the one way or the other. In any case, I just wanted to re-amplify the issue of the MNIB and its role in helping to foster the agricultural sector in Grenada. Remember, the MNIB, yes, can be the middleman between the farmers and the restaurants and the hotels, yes. They also can be the middleman between the farmers and the markets out there in the region and internationally, Switzerland, Sweden, Aruba, Curacao, etc. But it baffles me as to why an agency like that fails, when it has the basis for success. Why would an institution like that fail? Because the material basis for its existence and functioning does exist. They can play an instrumental role in helping to quote unquote guide our farmers as to what crops can be produced or they need or best have the best market. But again, BJ, they want to hire us as consultants to the minister. They welcome, I wouldn't mind playing that role, but by golly, I hate to be involved in something when ideas are thrown up and plans are made and there is no attempt to implement in a serious way to ensure that there are positive, significant outcomes. And until we could get the MNIB to move the agricultural sector or assist in moving the agricultural sector, we'll continue to fail. But again, it goes back to the issue of a plan for developing the agricultural sector. And that must include, of course, the MNIB. It has to consult with our farmers to know exactly what they're doing, why they're doing what, and how they can be assisted from the ministerial level. But it also must require the educational institution of a national agricultural college that's going to provide the expertise. Maybe from that same school, you get the people who would run the MNIB, you know, because they ought to have some idea as to how you set up a plan, how you go about marketing, how you begin to do some budgeting, etc., etc. Our people's attitude in the workplace is a significant factor in the success of almost everything we do here in Grenada, you know. And I want to emphasize that we need to foster a more positive attitude and better behavioral practices in the workplace.
I just have to tell you guys that it was my intention to bring portions of the Senate debate as it relates to the budget. As a matter of fact, I really wanted to bring the senator from St. Patrick. And I just looked there now. I thought they were going to start at 9:30. They started at 9 o'clock. And I just looked there now, and the senator from St. Patrick, Senator, what's her name, BJ? Help me.
Is it Francis?
No.
Senator from where?
St. Patrick.
Oh, from...
Yeah, from...
Montreach? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is already addressing gentlemen.
Okay.
I thought she was going to start at 9:30. So what do you think we should do? Should we give her that opportunity? At least she's from St. Patrick's, BJ.
Well, Andre, we have...
I'm not bringing... Who is not from St. Patrick's? They ain't getting that.
No, I'm saying that, how should I put it? We have every Thursday to run our agriculture program.
Yeah.
The Senate debate is once a year, more or less, on the budget. So I think we should give that precedence over what it is that it's.
Senator Francis to go
Why
ahead.
not?
What do you think, Doc? Are you okay
Patrick's?
with that, Doc?
I wouldn't say yeah nor nay. It depends on your choice there, I guess.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no,
you have to do it to the direct time.
Well, my thing is that the radio station is in St. Patrick, and I did make a pledge that if they're from St. Patrick's, I did bring the Minister of Finance, I did bring the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and her, and I'm going to bring the opposition. So she has started, and I just thought I'd just get you guys' feel on it.
Oh, do you know how long she'll speak for? So does that mean I could be free to disappear?
Yeah, you can disappear. You can disappear. That's okay.
We are disappearing.
Yeah, you both disappearing. I just have to do that for her. I really believe because she's a patrician, and I love my people from St. Patrick. That's why I want you to come and live in St. Patrick, dog.
And that's why I want you to bring Andre, because I want her to vote for me. She's from Montreach.
You want her to vote for you?
I want her to vote for me. I want the senator to vote for me.
Hey, Dr. Antoine. Hey, thank you. It was really joyous again having you. And I catch you next week again, okay?
We will continue.
Oh, are you coming up next week, Doc? Are you coming up?
No, I'll be out of state, but I'll link up with you via the same system here.
Yes. Well, of course, that will work. We'll talk.
All right, have a nice one.
You too, Doc.
Have a blessed day, Grenada.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah, friends.
We
should do it. Yeah. BJ agrees. I agree. Doc has given his support to that. And let us now go over to Parliament, where Senator Civil Francis is on the floor, making her presentation. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Stay with us, friends.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
Under the Sustainable Development Goals, it falls under goal number 4, quality education, expanding access to education and training, and goal number 8, decent work and equipping